I'm going to introduce this woman who we all know, wonderful actress, teacher, director, producer. 3 years ago, she won Best Actress at the Disability Film Challenge. Last year, actually not last year, but this year, she was nominated for Best Director. And her film was nominated, Diana Elizabeth Jordon! Oh my God, I gotta stop that, Oprah. Jordon!
Hi, honey. Hi.
Ryan, I would like to say how, having been in this industry a couple years longer than you have, even though I started at 2, I just want to say how amazing it is, how proud I am.
Oh, thank you.
You literally have manifested a dream that a lot of people have been looking to have. And what I love the most about your show is your characters aren't perfect.
Yeah.
And I love that. And how I so relate to how you straddle that disability, able-bodied role, because that line you have at the first show is so much of how I felt. So you are sharing that story. So just on behalf of people who've been a lot of actors with disabilities, I just want to thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So before I take it into the audience, I have a question for
Sure.
you. Now that you are realizing what an amazing actor you are, because you are, what after, do you now look beyond actor specials, like, what might I like to do next as an actor?
Yeah.
Are you starting to have those thoughts yourself?
Well, with acting, I'm very choosy. I've gotten requests for auditions and stuff, but I never go to them because the scripts are bad. And I remember the first time I got something, I called my agent and was like, "Hey, I think I can make this good. I just need to rewrite it. Can I rewrite it and then do it?" And then they're like, "No, you can't rewrite this person's script. That's psychotic." And I was like, "Oh, then I'm not gonna do it." Here's the thing. I love acting truly, madly, deeply, but I would rather drink a cyanide smoothie than go to Van Nuys and sit in a windowless room and do an audition. I just can't do that.
Right.
Spiritually, I would die. Yeah. So I would love to do something else, but I feel it has to be the right thing. I would do 2 lines in a Mike White movie. I don't care. You know what I mean? I would be literally at a baseball game and be yeah, go team. I don't care about that. To me, it's about working with people that I respect and I admire. And I just got an appointment request for some multicam show on a network. It's a common. The script was unintelligible. I literally was what is this? And I just no, pass. Mm-hmm. So I feel very lucky that I have writing and stuff like that, and I don't feel I have to do those things. Do you know what I mean?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the most snobby answer I could ever give you.
No, it comes from...
I'm a true
It
brat.
goes from there.
I'm a true
Right.
brat from hell. Yeah.
My other
And that's okay.
That's
my,
right.
my other question is,
Disability rights. The right to be an asshole.
my other question is, what is, now that you are executive producer, what is the makeup of your writer's room on special?
Well, the first one, I didn't have a writer's room. I wrote the entire thing myself, which was fun. But for season 2, it'll be a very small room, but I'm definitely going to hire a disabled writer, which I'm super excited about. And then it will be just me and probably 2 executive. It's going to be really, really small.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go fun.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it's just not fun to write an entire season of television by yourself. I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
Writers' rooms exist for a reason. It's really hard. It really is. I'm very proud of it because I truly thought it was going to be impossible. It's just hard to arc out an entire season by yourself. You know what I mean? that's when you need like, like people bouncing things off and like being like, oh, we owe this from this, blah, blah, blah. It was really hard. And like, I can't handwrite, so I can't even like I don't even have a board. It was just all up here, here's the board. So yeah, it was hard.
Oh, awesome. All right, let's take it to the audience, shall we?
All right.
All right. All right, let me see.
My name is Nick, and what made you want to become an actor?
Oh, I didn't. It was a matter of budget. It was just, at the time, it was like, I was working with Stage 13 and they were doing things where people were multi-hyphenates, so you wrote it and then you acted it as well. So it just sort of happened by accident.
What made you want to write film?
Oh, it's like the only thing I know how to do. I'm profoundly broken in all other areas of my life.
You rock.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Steven. I have one question. Are you proud of? Are you proud of what you are?
Yeah, for sure.
Look, I'm proud of my autism too, and like you, I get misunderstood too, and like you, I'm not going to change who I am either. Thank you.
Yes.
Woo!
Do you know do more writing, more movies?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, hopefully we'll get another season of Special, and then that will be my main thing. But I just wrote another movie a couple months ago, so we are out to producers with that. And like everything else, you'll see it in 20 years.
Is it a comedy, drama?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Comedy.
Hi there.
Hi.
My name's Sue Dion. It's so nice to meet you, especially because I have mild CP just like you.
Oh yes, sister, CP sister. Hello.
And all the years that I've seen other people with other races and ethnicities say, I've never seen anyone represent me on TV. I've never seen anyone represent me on TV the way you did. Within 30 seconds, the face plant fall. I love that so much.
Oh, good.
And I wanted to know, did you get a lot of crap from producers or directors that said, we don't want to show that because that's our life? The trip and the fall. That was a good fall. Twice you did.
Thank you.
Was that you or a stunt person?
Well, no, we had a stunt person, but what was hard about it was I had to get up from the concrete over and over again. Here's the thing, like, I'm pretty lucky in terms of like the severity of my disability, but like the physicality of acting, like I wasn't prepared for that because I didn't know, and so there were certain things like in the sex scene, I come wearing a suit. And I have to get undressed from a suit. And I didn't realize that I'd have to do that 40 times.
Oh.
And that gets like really tiring to have to undress and redress over and over again. So by the time I was naked on my back, I was like living, laughing, and loving. I was like just grateful to just not have to do anything other than sit back and enjoy the ride. But no producers. I have to say, like, I think we live in a climate now where people are understanding that representation matters and like, it needs to come from the person that's lived it. So people were really amazing about not questioning it. Because it's like, who's going to tell me more? Like an able-bodied person's going to tell me about the disabled experience? Like, I don't think so, honey.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so...
I was shocked, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, I did get shit.
No, they were,
It's your show.
they were, the only conversation I remember having about stuff where I was like, you don't get it, was when they were like, well, this is like a spoiler, I guess, but Ryan lies about his disability, obviously, that's not a spoiler. And I remember like having a conversation where they're like, well, Ryan needs to face consequences because he lied. And I'm like, yeah, but he's not a supervillain. He lied because society essentially forced him into that lie. Like he lives in a society where like, that's the better decision to be an accident because it's more relatable. Like, he's not a villain. You'd understand that. If you had the opportunity to get rid of the thing that you didn't like about yourself, that society would accept you more, you'd do it in a heartbeat.
Oh, I was like, within 5 minutes, I was like, damn, why didn't I ever think of telling everybody I was in a car accident?
Seriously.
Right there.
I know, it took me literally getting into a car accident for me to realize that was what I could do. I mean, but it's like, so that was something I had to explain to them. I was like, this is not like traditional storytelling where like a character lies and he needs to have his comeuppance. Like, no, that lie is freeing until it's not. You know what I mean? But like, this character shouldn't be punished for that at all.
Great.
Do you know what I mean? So like, that was.
Thank you. I thank you for being you and showing the real you on TV and hopefully blazing the real trail for the rest of us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have one question about your actual car accident.
Yeah.
Was it a major one?
It was major. It was way major. In the show, it's played for like lulls, and then he like moves on. But I developed something called compartment syndrome because I couldn't be satisfied with just having one disability, honey. And basically, the oxygen supply to my muscle, to my hand, got cut off because a car hit me at such blunt force. So I developed compartment syndrome. So this is like my scar from that, and I had to have a skin graft to close it, which is right here. Love that. And I was in the hospital for a month, and then I had to have like 6 surgeries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was pretty brutal. But I think that in a weird way, this is like dark to say, but I think that when you're disabled, you're kind of used to things being taken away from you, and you're also used to adapting to literally any situation. So in a way, if it was to happen to anyone, it could happen to me because I could kind of just deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, I just understood instinctively like what to do. That didn't make it less painful. It was really painful. I think that as a disabled person, you almost think, well, I'm done now. Like, I have this thing. Like, there's no way anything else could happen to me. Like, I'm good, honey. Like, we're good. Right. But obviously, life has other plans.
Now, what about, you say painful? Do you have pain?
No. I'm very blessed. I really am. Like, that's the thing. Like, my life has been a weird series of, like, tragic accidents, but also, like, extreme luck and privilege. And I feel like the fact that I had this horrible accident and, you know, I didn't walk away with any nerve pain is like incredible. Yeah. So yeah, I have zero pain. And that's another thing. It's like, yeah. Clapping for no pain. LOL. LOL. Love it.
Right, I have a quick question about the casting process.
Yeah.
Jessica and the other, and you have such a wonderful ensemble,
yeah,
big ensemble around you. How much decision making did you have in that process?
Oh, I had total.
What was that process like?
I had total decision making on that process. A lot of them were like my friends. So Jessica Hecht is really close to Jim Parsons, who produced the project. So Jim recommended Jessica to us. And I actually didn't know who she was, which I guess sounds bad to say, but I remember watching her in an episode of High Maintenance, which I fucking love, and she was incredible, and I was like, oh, she's the character, this is it. So we went with Jessica, and then Olivia is played by Marla Mandel, who's my boyfriend's writing partner, and she's so crazy talented. Poonam is someone that I saw in a web series for literally like one scene, The Gay and Wondrous Life of Caleb Gallo, which was incredible. And I was like, oh, she's it. She's the one. And then Jordon Alvarez, who plays a sex worker, is someone that I was friends with, like very, very casually. But I wrote the part for him because I was like, Brian's just a unicorn. Like, if there's anyone to get fake fucked by, like, it's him. Like, he just has, like, no judgment. Do you know what I mean? And then Augie, Augustus Prue, who plays Carrie, my love interest, is someone that we just run in similar circles. And he's like a big actor. Like, he was a series regular on this CBS show, Pure Genius. I've never seen his work. Again, this is really bad. All I knew is I remember seeing him at Akbar all the time, and he's just so fucking confident. He's so confident. He's just like very charming. Like he's so energetic. There's something about him, like a je ne sais quoi kind of whatever, that I was like, oh, he's this character. So I was like, oh, Augie, can you do it? So it actually kind of ended up just being like a lot of my friends, which I think is sort of like the best way to go about it, because it's like giving people that you love jobs, which is like, I'm so horny for that. I'm so horny for giving people employment.
My name is G-Bone. I do have a question for you. When you win, did you ever make it? Did you ever make it to college? And did people make you feel any different than you feel not? Like make fun of you or anything that you were in college?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So like, I went to a school with a small school, and partially that was to like protect, my parents like wanted to like protect me against bullying growing up. So I was part of this really small private school. scholarship kid, where it was like 12 other kids. So in a weird way, we became like a family, and it really was. It was like a family, and so I got bullied a couple times growing up, but I was very like insulated from that. I don't know, like there's obviously a few moments, but also I find people are so uncomfortable around disability, and you'd have to be, I mean, people, the way that I would say the offensive things that happen to me now is like an Uber driver saying, "What's wrong with you?" Like literally just openly saying, "What's wrong with you?" Which is psychotic. I mean, it's like so weird. Or like I was walking down the stairs at my gym the other day, and like a woman behind me was like, "Are you okay?" Oh God, I get so, this really gets my goat. It's like when people think I'm like slow, or like they think like I don't understand things. That makes my blood boil, honey. I was like, "Honey, my billboard's over there." Like, what do you know what I mean? Like that, but like that happens all the time. They're like, "Are you okay?" Like, what do you think is going on? Like, I remember I was at the Fox lot, actually having a meeting with Scott Silveri for Speechless, which I didn't get. And I remember a car pulled over like the side of the road outside the I think it was like Fox or Sony lot. And they were like, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" I mean, it's like actual L. Like, and then to me, it really fucks with me because I'm like, what do I look like? Do I look like I'm on my last dying breath? Am I like moving through the world literally like, help? Like what am I conveying to the world? Because I feel like I like am pretty okay and I like look okay. And it really, really blows my mind that people feel comfortable like pushing that on you, like, or like feeling like they can just say that and it's okay. It's like weird. It's like I probably like how women feel when they're pregnant, where people feel this entitlement over your body and commenting on your body. I think the same thing goes for disabled people. Like people feel very free to just comment on your body in a way that feels so crazy to me. Like, how is that allowed? How is that okay? But I think again, like as a marginalized person and having this experience to me, like I'm so mindful of like people's boundaries and like respecting them. But I foolishly think it's like everyone's the same way, but they're not. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Okay. My name is Hunter, and I was just going to say, I feel like I get many auditions for like roles with like my disability, but I want to prove to everybody that I feel like I can do roles like that are outside of my disability that are neurotypical and able-bodied, because I feel like I have the ability to do that. What's your advice on that?
Gosh, I mean, I totally get that frustration. It's like, I would love to get to a place where someone's disabled and that's not the narrative around their character. Like, that's just a part of who they are. I would say just tell your agent or whoever, being like, I want to be put up for everything. Again, like in my experience, like no one's going to be able to do that for you. You're going to have to show them that you can do it. You know what I mean? Because no one's thinking about disabled actors in non-disabled roles. I don't think they are. And so you just have to be really insistent about that and be like, no, put me beyond, like, you know, the Aspergery coder or whoever. Like, I went for, that's the one interview I did. Or, no, in audition, because my agent was fine, like, you have to go to one of these things. Just go to one. So I went to one, and it was like, the casting agent literally was like, oh, like, it's kind of like, do it like Aspergery. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is psychotic. This is so, like, offensive and bizarre. Anyway, that doesn't really answer your question. I'm really sorry.
No, it's like, I've also written, like, several scripts. I've, like, made a couple short films on my own, because so I can like show myself out. And do you feel like it's best to create my own opportunities by like releasing short films if they're not going to, if I can't get like the roles that I want to get?
I think it's also good for your mental health, because I think it gives you a modicum of control over your career, and I think it's also a creative outlet for you. You will go insane just waiting by the phone. So if you're in a position where you can make your own shit, always make your own shit. It will give you peace of mind and it will be creative for you.
Thank you very much. I gotta say, I love your sense of humor. I love everything about you.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
amazing, dude.
Thank you.
And I just want to speak to what you spoke to a little bit. Hunter, I think this year especially, I've seen more and more actors with disabilities being cast in roles that were not just with specific. I had that opportunity for a show. I've seen that more and more. I think this year, more than any other year, I've seen more and more actors being cast. Really more actors with disabilities than I ever had before. Now,
Good.
granted, we have a long, long way to go, but it's June, and I would say there was a CSI episode where it was written by a writer who has
Yeah, Catherine Beatty.
Right,
Yeah,
where
she's
the
great.
majority of all the cast stars had disabilities. There was a woman, primarily who was on New Amsterdam, where she played a character who had a visual impairment, and she had the visual impairment. So I just saw today that CBS had made a commitment to calling more actors with disabilities.
Good.
That was I saw it on Facebook. So, and that was in Variety. So I think, because of people like Ryan who are really busting open the doors, it's only going to serve well. So I'd love to share that because I'm excited to see them, and the doors are opening more and more. Ryan, you certainly, you not only opened it, you kicked it open. So let's see.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Okay. Let's get Jordon.
Okay, my name is Jordon, and I want to ask you, was all the acting you did before some of it was some of it according to your real life?
Oh, yeah. The autobiographical nature of this project, it kind of like, my answer for it kind of changes on the day. Like, sometimes I'm like, this is ripped straight from the diary. It's literally me. Like, da-da-da-da. And then others I'm like, I don't know this bitch at all. Like, I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think, like, I definitely pulled from my own life. But I will say I think that this character had an awkwardness and an introvertedness I never had. So that really was like a stretch. But yeah, he's very like spiritually me for sure. And like I definitely had to act out some things that I've experienced, which like, it's so weird. I don't know why we as creative people are so drawn to just reenacting our trauma over and over again, but like we apparently get so hard off of it, and I don't understand because it's not the funnest thing in the world. But yeah, that was hard. It was hard. I felt like I was acting out. I felt like I was further away from this version of myself than I was, and acting it out, I felt like it was very blurred lines by Robin Thicke. Like I just felt like I was kind of I felt like I was backsliding into old behaviors and stuff like that because I wasn't able to separate the two. So it's fun.
Can I do one more?
Yes, one more.
Let's see.
You got one in the back?
Oh, yes. You may need to come to me. Come to me.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi.
My name is Janetta, and my question for you is, were you born with CP, and also, did it take you a while to adjust to the stigma that came along with CP? Because I have cerebral palsy as well.
Yeah, I think you are always born with CP. Do you develop it later in life? I feel like you don't.
Usually within, they consider, I think the first 2 years.
The first 2 years.
Is the brain, so most people are born sick, because
Yeah, I'm
most people are born, but I think that brain the lack of oxygen if it happens within the first 2 years of life. I believe that's also considered
Twist.
cerebral palsy, but
Yeah.
primarily it's lack of oxygen at birth.
Yeah, mine was birth trauma,
Right.
lack of oxygen to my brain during my birth. And then the stigma took a long time. I mean, I was closeted about disability. I said I was an accident victim when I was 20 years old, and I didn't come out about having cerebral palsy till I was 28. And it's so weird because like I felt like when I came out with it, I was like, well, I'm done now. Like I'm evolved. Like anyways, did it all. Check the box. And I think I realized the last couple of years that being closeted about my disability created a lot of psychic damage that I wasn't aware of. And I feel like it's weird, like leading your life honestly and authentically is amazing, and there's no other way to be, but it does bring out its own unique set of challenges. And it's harder, it just is. Because you're not hiding anything, you're just being yourself, which means, well, it can mean a lot of things. But for me, I've had to really kind of sift through the wreckage of my 20s, being closeted by disability and what that did to me, which was nothing good. So it's interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to bring Diana Elizabeth Jordon back up, and also Zuli Johnson has a little gift from Performing Arts Studio West for you.
Yes.
There you go, and
Thank
you
you.
for coming.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. It's so amazing.
And everyone,
Yes.
Ryan O'Connell. Special. Everybody say special! Special!